I'm going to talk about my favorite softwares to use, but here are some other ones that will work as well. We're going to start by opening Cubase and creating a MIDI track. I'm going to use a MIDI keyboard to play my part into the computer. We might do a whole song in the future, but for now we're going to do 5 notes. Now that that's recorded, we can go in and quantize. We're going to make sure the front of our notes all start right on the metronome. Then I'm going to select my shorter notes, and I'm also going to quantize the ending of them to stop on the 8th note. So now all of my falling tic-tacs will be the exact same size. I'm now going to make sure their intensity is all the same. Shorten it up, and now we're going to save that for later. Now, what sound do I want to hear when the tic-tacs fall down? I want to use a real Boomwhacker sound, so I'm going to record a Boomwhacker. I'm only going to record one Boomwhacker. I hit it 4 times, and I'm going to take my favorite one and throw it in a sampler. So I'm going to drag that audio in, and I'm going to isolate the 4th strike. I thought it was the best, but now my keyboard sounds like a Boomwhacker. I can drag the MIDI file down from the top, and now we can play it through the MIDI file. Now that that's done, I'm going to set my export range, and I'm going to export this as an MP3 so I can use that in my video editing later. I'm also going to export this as a MIDI file to use in Synthesia. It'll tell the software when to make the tic-tacs fall down. Let's head over to Synthesia and search for the file we just created. It's not going to look exactly right. We're going to have to tweak it just a little bit. I have my color set to green, and you'll see why later. I encourage it. We're now going to use the magnifying glass to zoom all the way in so it actually looks like those falling tic-tacs. I'm now going to open up OBS, which is my favorite screen recorder. When I have it set to record the screen, we have the whole screen here. We don't want the whole screen. So we're going to use a crop and a pad to zoom in on the section that we really want. And I can make those numbers bigger to shrink in the screen, to shrink in the zoom. Every screen's going to be a little bit different, but you want to only record the part where the tic-tacs are falling. We're going to fill up our screen, and now I'm going to move the window around so I don't see the piano at the bottom. That won't be of any use to us. We just need to see those green tic-tacs falling down. We're going to record it now. Now that that's been recorded, we're done with both softwares. We're going to open up Filmora for some video editing. We're going to drag in the MP3 we created earlier and the video file we just screen recorded. We're going to choose the highest quality. And now we're going to zoom forward to the first spot where we have a clean screen. So right before the video starts. There we go. Now when we press play, we're going to hear Synthesia's piano though. And we don't really want that sound. You may want that sound if you're doing piano. But since we're going to try and do a Boomwhacker sound, we're going to drag in our MP3 of Boomwhackers now and line up those sound waves. Let's see if they line up. That's pretty close. So now I can mute the video file so I only hear the audio file. So now how do we change the colors? We're now going to go into the video file and we're going to Chroma Key. So if we choose Chroma Key and choose that dauber right there to pick the type of green that we have, the specific green we're using, and it makes all that green disappear. It looks black, but really it's transparent. It's showing you what's behind the video. So now we're going to go into our sample colors and put a red square behind the video. It will make all of our tic-tacs look red. So now what we're going to do is only put red behind that first column. So the first square is the only square that's red. I'll use my arrow key to move this over, oh so slightly, and now we have one red tic-tac. We're going to move all of our files up and pull in an orange. And now, of course, we could do traditional Boomwhacker colors. You can find those online or create them yourself. But I want to show you some other fun ideas about using gradients. So now if we move this file up, we have 3 more colors left. What if we use a gradient yellow to orange? It makes all of our remaining tic-tacs change color as they go across. I think that's pretty cool. Then we have another one that goes blue to black. I think it's fun that it changes colors as it falls. And of course, the opposite I think is a fun idea also. What if we had it start black and turn to green as it falls down? So we're going to turn the square upside down so that way we can see the opposite. It starts black and turns green. Now, there's a missing element. What do these tic-tacs run into? You could go ahead and you can create Boomwhacker little pictures in Adobe. You can create it in Canva, MS Paint, even in Google Docs. You can just create some shapes. And so when we run into that shape, the sound happens a little too late. So now we're going to go to the frame where we think the Tic Tac makes contact with the instrument, and we see that the audio file is not in the right spot now. So let's move our audio file to where it makes contact, and it should sound like when it makes contact, it makes a sound. So we could go through and put all Boomwhackers, but what if we did other instruments that are a little bit more inspiring to be creative? Rhythm sticks, snare drums, stomping your foot, crash cymbals. I just want to encourage to be as creative as possible. I know a lot of friends are looking to make more Boomwhacker videos, but the body percussion stuff, or even just mixed ensemble of what you have in your room. Wouldn't it be really fun to take pictures of what you have in your classroom, and then it really looks like it was made just for your students, which I think is the greatest feeling ever. So here's an example of some fun items being at the bottom of the video. I make this video to encourage you to be as creative as possible. Yes, you could make videos that look just the same, or you could take it to the next level. Surprise me. Make something I've never even thought of before. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Have a great time.